Psalm 68:5 says, "A father to the fatherless, a defender of widows is God in his holy dwelling." In 2006, God called me to serve the orphans in Vietnam as part of a service learning study abroad trip at Elizabethtown College, where I was an assistant professor of occupational therapy at the time. In 2007, keep in mind that number 7, it comes in this story quite often, I traveled to Vietnam with the E-Town students, colleagues, and my mom with a plan to make a difference in the life of abandoned children in Vietnam. Little did I know that this trip was the first step in God's amazing plan for me and my family. While we were there, I actually wasn't there. My mom was. I was at a separate orphanage treating children with special needs. My mom was at the House of Love orphanage in Cam Ranh, Vietnam. And when she was there, a little girl, at that time we didn't know her name, but it was Ting Tang, was left at the orphanage steps. She was 6 months old. She was left at the gate, and my mom got to hold her on that day. According to 2 Corinthians 9:8, and God is able to bless you abundantly, so that all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. And God has continued to do that for us. At the time, I was a single mom, 2 children, Jacob and Kennedy. I didn't know how I was going to pay for a trip to Vietnam. I didn't know how I was going to give a monthly sponsorship to Ting Tang, which our family has done since she's 6 months old. But God has provided every step of the way. Praise God. In 2008, adoptions closed between the U.S. and Vietnam. And we were perfectly happy sponsoring Ting Tang, Skyping with her, sending things back and forth, and getting regular updates. In 2009, I got to return to Vietnam on a second service learning trip, and this time with Delaware Tech, where I'm currently employed. During this trip, I was able to spend time with Ting Tang while in country, but I came home desperately wanting to adopt her, but knew I couldn't because adoptions were closed. And we had to trust God's timing, and I don't know about all of you, but I'm kind of really bad at that. So pray for me on that one. From 2007, remember when we first met Ting Tang, to 2014, 7 years, the magic number 7, as we know. We continue to sponsor Ting Tang and support the House of Love Orphanage through Brittany's Hope Foundation. We receive pictures, cards, letters, and packages too, and we send them to her. And then in September 2014, adoptions opened. But it was only for children with special needs and older children, 7 years old and older. So guess how old Ting Tang was? 7. So we couldn't help but notice that there was an awful lot of 7s in our story. And as you know in the Bible, the number 7 signifies completion or perfection. And that's how we view Ting Tang for our family. We prayed on this and knew that this was God's plan for our family, Andrew and I, Jacob and Kennedy. Psalms 32:8 says, "I will instruct you and teach you in the way you should go. I will counsel you with an eye upon you." In October 2015, Ting Tang was declared eligible for adoption by the Vietnamese government, and we began the very long process to adopt her. And what a process that was. But God was with us every step of the way. He provided. In March 2016, I got to travel again to Vietnam with my students from Delaware Tech, and we served orphans in Ho Chi Minh City, Da Nang, Cam Ranh, and I was able to spend 3 pretty amazing days at the House of Love with Ting Tang, my Delaware Tech students, and the Sisters of the House of Love. In September 2016, just a couple months ago, we were officially approved by the Vietnamese Department of Adoption to adopt Ting Tang. At this time, they said it could be 6 months to a year till we travel. And we're traveling on Friday. So, God's plan, right? So Andrew, my husband Andrew, sweet husband Andrew, Kennedy, and my mom and I will be traveling to Vietnam on Friday. We will be in country for 2 weeks to finalize the adoption and spend time together as a family. We trust God's plan for our family. We trust in Him. 1 Thessalonians 5:24 says, "For the God who calls you is faithful, and He can be trusted to make it so." And we know that this is true. So we are so thankful for God's amazing plan for Ting Tang and for our family. We ask for your prayers and support as we prepare to travel on Friday morning while we're in Vietnam, and when we return home with our beautiful new daughter, because we know it'll be a transition for her and a transition for all of us. So thank you for letting me share our testimony, and thank you for all your prayers and support.
We will be praying for you. As far as support, when you leave, you will see a little display in the back if you want to put in a few dollars to help defray the cost of traveling to and from Vietnam for Bobby and her family. Certainly they would welcome your donations. Thank you, Bobby. We look forward to meeting Ting Tang.